Everyone, it is I mean it's never live here on YouTube, but it's almost live. It's your baseball update. It's August 5th. It's Monday. It's 8:22 on the East Coast, 5:22-ish on the West Coast where I am right now. Taking a look at the file. I'm also looking at scores to kind of get a current update to show you what's going on. Basically, what happened earlier today in the first game of the Mets doubleheader, for example, is they actually did win 6-2, and the files gets screwed up. It actually has trouble predicting doubleheader games, so these scores are a little inflated, but it is picking the Mets again to win in the second game of the doubleheader, and it is one of the picks on this list. Well, what the list really, is saying today is Cleveland over Texas for some reason. There's a limited pitching stats on Aaron Savale, which is what's distorting this a little bit. But it's the White Sox over Detroit is another game that's above bet score 3. And also now Washington at San Francisco is almost at bet score 3. And so is Tampa Bay at Toronto. And right now, Toronto's beating Tampa Bay 2-0. And if you're in a situation where you're in a locality that allows for live betting and such, taking Tampa Bay current, whatever they're being offered, the money line or a run line plus 1.5 or 2.5 runs is a great thing to do when the file's predicting such a distorted game like this. So Tampa Bay and Toronto, it's predicting a 6-3 win for Tampa Bay. So even though they're down 2-0, that still can fit into that framework the way that that team plays. So taking advantage of live betting options means in a situation like that right now, where they are still down 2-0 in the top of the fifth inning, I think that's a great bet to take them with some runs for the money line. All right, now back to what else is going on. There's a tie game between the White Sox and Detroit. And Detroit may be scoring in the bottom of the third inning. Well, it's our number, what, 2 pick today? The White Sox over Detroit, I believe. It's right there. What that's saying is that 3-2, it's got a very low scoring game because the lineup factor for the White Sox is also weak, but Detroit's is miserable, and Spencer Turnbull has trouble winning games. So you can see there's probably going to be, well, end of the third. Look at that. The White Sox got out of it because Detroit, right? I said has terrible offense. So taking the White Sox live action in that game if you haven't already, because they're the away team, you might get a decent line, although Detroit is so bad, right? What else is it like? It liked the reason, yeah, Savali has limited pitching stats, which is screwing up this Cleveland Texas game, making them look stronger than they are. I mean, Mike Minor's 9-6, wins 41% of his games. I don't understand how the algorithm's kicking back Cleveland so strong, but never listen to me, always listen to the algorithm. However, the algorithm is working with very, very limited. He has an ERA of 0. That can't be right. See, Savale has very limited stats, so that is screwing this up. And Cleveland probably wins this game, but it's going to be a whole lot closer than you're thinking. And I understand why the algorithm's throwing something that's a little messy there. So uh, to think about when you look at that. Are there any other games? It has Boston. It's up 3-0 right now. It had Pittsburgh over Milwaukee, and that's not going that way. Milwaukee right now is up 5-1 in that game. So whatever happened here, Jordan Lyles pitching better, I believe, also coming off a trade, right? Dario Agrazal, or the bullpen having difficulty for Pittsburgh, which is a weak team. So I wouldn't expect a team like Pittsburgh to come back from a deficit of 5-1 like that. That's Philly and Arizona. What's up with the Washington San Francisco game? Why is it like Washington so much? Jeff Samardzija is 8-8 and is going to go, 1/3 of the time he's going to win, 1/3 of the time he's going to lose, the other third time is going to be a crapshoot. Well, Washington's lineup factor is a 3.8 to a 3. It's stronger. Their bullpens are about the same. And Eric Freddie has limited pitching stats. They're only at a 19. It's because the line's plus 122. So Vegas has San Francisco at home winning this game. That's what's going on. And that's why that's a good pick. It's not that Washington's so strong and they're going to win. It's that's a great line for given the situation where they are, our odds are tilting them toward winning the game anyway. So that game has not even started yet, I believe. So that's an interesting thought. Dodgers and St. Louis, it says high scoring game, but wow, why is that so close? Because Tyler Gonsolin is going for the Dodgers, and this video is going too long. And even though I could potentially go to that game if I wanted to, no, I couldn't. I mean, I could, but I can't. I would have to say that occasionally St. Louis wins a game, and that's why the algorithm is saying St. Louis, even though projected score is saying the opposite. Consider St. Louis plus 1.5. Given that it's 148 on the money line, I bet you that 1.5 bet's a decent bet to even throw in a parlay for some reason tonight, because I guess the Dodgers will eventually. Yeah, the lineup. Maybe their lineup tonight is not what it usually is. It's only at a 3.8, so there's that too. Anyway, let's go out. Mail our picks.